So we have Sons of Horus versus a buttload of Iron Warriors. Go over your list for me.
All right, what we have here, we have a Praetor who has been upgraded to a Warsmith with he is wielding a Paragon Blade and Combi Bolter. He also does have his servo arm because of being a Warsmith. He has the Warlord trait of Stoic Defender and he is attached to a bodyguard unit of Iron Circle Iron Circle with their shrapnel cannons. The shield starts with a K, and then graviton hammers or graviton maces. 1, 2, 3, 4 squads of just base tacticals that have been upgraded to shrapnel bolters. Retrack, I am running the Rite of War of the Hammer of Olympia. So all my shrapnel will have reroll 1s to hit. Squad of Predators that are Predator Autocannon and Heavy Bolter. 10-man squad of Tyrant Siege Terminators with their missiles, Combi Bolters, and Power Fist. 10-man Las Cannon. Heavy Support Squad. Inside we do have a Armatos who has a Mastercrafted Las Cannon on him, and an Apothecary that is just bolt pistol and chainsword. 1 elite squad of Contemptor Dreadnoughts that are all 3 have the Power Fist, or the Dreadnought Power Fist and Combi Bolter, but we do have, as you see them, Conversion Beamer, Gravis Las Cannon, Gravis Auto Cannon.
All right, that is the Iron Warriors. Now we're going to go to the good guys of the story. We have the Sons of Horus over here. So for HQs, we have a Praetor in Cataphracti armor. He has a Combi Bolter and a Karason Power Tabar. He has a retinue of 5 Cataphracti Terminators, 4 Thunderhammers, 1 Power Fist, and a banner on the Power Fist. So they will be scoring. And then next to them, we have a squad of Just Staring and a Land Raider as well. 3 Thunderhammers, 2 Karason Power Tabars. That's a mouthful. Back here, we have a 10-man squad of Las Cannons with a Master of Signal to give them that night vision and +1 to hit. Now, we have a 4-man squad of Jet Bikes. No upgrades besides multi-meltas. Get up there fast and blow stuff up. A 10-man squad of Tacticulars. Artificer armor on the Sergeant. Then over here, the big hammers, we have a 10-man squad of Tartaros Pattern Terminators. They have a chaplain in there. They're all armed with the Karason Power Tabars, because who doesn't love a buttload of breaching attacks that reroll? And finally, we have 2 elites, 2 Contemptor Dreadnoughts with Power Fists, Combi Bolters, and Multi-Meltas on their arms. Now, let's get this show on the road. All right, BJ, tell me what happened. There was a lot of shooting going on.
Yep. All right, so started off the round, my Predators with their searchlights fired straight ahead, took out one of the Land Raiders, and ended up taking out a Terminator with it. Followed that up, my Dreadnought at the far end with his Conversion Beamer fired over here. Actually, he took out the Predator. He took out the Land Raider, and that helped with a big explosion. A lot of my other guys just kind of ran up to where they could get line of fire. My Iron Havocs not Iron Havocs, I love that they were Iron Havocs, but Heavy Support Team did not move. Fired straight ahead, almost took out the Spartan. Tyrants just decimated a bike squad because we did not want that to hurt after they dealt a wound to a unlucky Predator. Dreadnoughts fired also at the Spartan, did not manage to glance off that last wound, and my tacticals are not in range, nor is my Iron Circle. So I'm not going to say it was a bad turn. I took out two big units and almost did another, so I'll take it.
All right. I'm getting on to Sons of Horus, turn 1. All right. we did the movement and the shooting for the Sons of Horus. Poor Land Raider Spartan is wrecked, but he was able to decimate that Iron Havoc squad with las cannons. They're at half power. They're going to have to do a morale check. The two Contemptor Dreadnoughts fired at this one, caused a wound. I'll take it. The Tartaros got out. They're about to charge. These Tacticulars moved up to get ready to score that objective. Put a bunch of wounds on these guys along with other things.
Got to make a morale there as well.
Morale. The 10-man las cannon squad with the Master of Signal opened up and they wiped out the Predator squad. That caused a lot of problems. Got some nice revenge. The command squad over there, they opened up with their storm bolters or combi bolters and took a few off here, and that Land Raider opened up on the Iron Circle, did a couple wounds. The Justarian got out and they're about to get into some hand-to-hand combat and see who comes out on top. All right, BJ, walk us through what just happened.
All right, well, assault phase went pretty well for the Sons of Horus. Justarians did make it into the Warsmith squad, managed to kill 2 of the Iron Circle. The Tartarus squad did make it in and completely finished off the Tyrants, including sweeping them after failed leadership. Dreadnoughts managed to hurt each other. Iron Warrior is down to 2 wounds, while the Sons of Horus only took a wound. Pretty successful charge. He is in my lines. This is going to be a fun fight.
All right, let's get it on. Iron Warriors, turn 2. All right, Iron Warriors, turn 2. Shooting phase, movement and shooting phase. What has happened?
All right, my Dreadnoughts moved. The Iron Warrior Dreads moved up to try to kind of take on the Sons of Horus. They did fire and managed to do a wound, but also took a wound. Tacticals fired to support, didn't really do much, but they are now on that objective. Las cannons fired into the Tartarus. I think they took out 1 guy?
1 guy, they got 1 guy.
And then between the wounded tacticals and 1 full squad, they managed to do a wound. But they put some bolters in. Warlord is still currently holding for combat, and that's what we're going into now.
So, yeah, a lot of Dreadnoughts killed each other. We went from 5 Dreadnoughts in this area down to 2, and they're not in combat with each other. It was kill each other, explode, and yeah, and lost some Tacticulars to explosions. Nothing in here was in combat, and we go over to the Justarians in the Iron Circle. The Justarians ended up killing the Warlord. That is, slay the Warlord for 1 victory point. The Iron Circle guy is still there with 1 whole point left, or 1 health left. So we'll see how long he lasts. On to Sons of Horus, turn 2. All right, Sons of Horus, shooting phase and movement. So we shifted the Tacticulars to get on this objective and start scoring it next turn. We scored 2 for owning this one and this one earlier. The Praetor and his retinue moved up to start scoring. The 10-man las cannon squad were out of range of his las cannon, so we decided to decimate a 7-man Tacticular squad, and as you can see, it is no longer there. The Land Raider opened up on that squad that was rallying, and they are lost a couple guys. They got to make a check. We're going to see what they are at now.
7, they're good.
All right, they're good. They're still there. And well, Mr. Dread opened up on Mr. Dread. They returned fire at each other, and I caused a wound. The Tartaros didn't shoot because they're going to try and multi-charge. So we're going to go on to some charges now. So, Sons of Horus, fight phase. We multi-charged, and his last cannons overwatched and took out 5 Terminators. There's only 3 left. Luckily, there's a chaplain there, sergeant, and 1 guy left, holding the line. They killed a couple and made the last cannons retreat, so at least if they do rally next turn, they're only snapshotting.
Dreadnoughts?
The Dreadnought, yes. Dreadnought fight went on, and we made our saves, surprisingly, and his did not, and there's no longer a Dreadnought, so now Mr. Tickles is going to get into some Tacticulars coming up. And the Justarian finally finished off that Iron Circle, and they are moving to further into the Iron Warrior lines. Iron Warriors, turn 3. It's kind of quick. Last cannons rallied, shot, one wounded, but didn't fail to wound. They unloaded all their bolters into my last 3 Tartaros guys, and they managed to cause a wound and a pinning check, but we passed. They opened up with their bolters into Mr. Dreadnought and caused a wound, but he made his armor. And those 2 ran to try and score that objective. So we're going to go on to charges, or is there any charges?
I have no charges to make, so we'll just move on to your fate.
Sons of Horus, turn 3. So we decided to call it. We opened up in the Sons of Horus shooting phase and took out those 2 units that were there. We would shoot here, or we wouldn't shoot here, but we'd charge, and we got over here. So, sir, what kind of victory is that? That is a pretty fairly overwhelming Sons of Horus victory, because I will assume, because they are snap shooting, I might kill one of them, but you're going to get in there and probably kill that unit in close combat now that I have no save. That dread is going to just mulch through that tactical squad. So I will probably be tabled after the fight phase if I have anything left. So you will have scored more objectives and control the board. What do you think about this Pride of the Legion tourney list I was using?
I like it. You've got the good spear tip to get up fast, and the fact that it's 2 Land Raiders and a Spartan. Your more powerful small units are in here, so they can get up there. But your bigger, you've got that full of. They may not be Justerian. You don't have like a 10-man Justerian or a command squad, but that needed to be a 10-man. These survived as 5-man. It's hard to pick off what I need to pick off. So, it did its job. It all did its job. You had good fire support. Honestly, I'm shocked you didn't move this back over here and just hold that objective, because that's...
Well, the way it rolled, the objectives were rolled, is once you capture it, you own it, unless you enemy. So that's why they bounced over here.
I forgot that.
That's why they bounced there to start scoring that one.
Gotcha. That makes sense. That makes sense. So yeah, no, it did extremely well. I think there's a reason you took in the actual tournament, you were number 1, right?
Yes, I won the tournament. That's why I wanted to play yous, because then I beat every army list in the tournament.